Previously on Chain Link Theater.
This is suicide.
Well, that's kind of our thing.
I'm a superhero! I want to get you out of your life.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
Ratatouille, what do you got?
Bird.
Now it. Stay off the comm.
Thank you for choosing Chain Link Theater. Please turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts. Your feature presentation begins now!
Welcome back to Chain Link Theater, the show where every movie leads us to the next, one actor at a time. I'm Autumn.
And I'm bumping the mic. I'm Kyle.
And today we're linking from The Suicide Squad into Barbie, thanks to our next link in the chain, Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. My mic was not where I wanted it. I'm so sorry. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Amazing.
We haven't done a woman in a long time. It's about fucking time, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Margot Robbie is Australian. She was born in 1990. I thought she was older than that.
Yeah.
Not because she looks... That's
Not because she's been in so many movies.
Yeah.
And she seems like a grown-up.
She does seem like a grown-up.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
seems
it
like a
is.
grown-up.
July 2nd of 1990, she was born on the Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, which is on the same side as all of civilization in Australia,
Yeah.
but it's way up north.
Yeah.
More towards, what's up there? Japan. Yeah. I'm not great with geography.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing at me?
Just go on.
She was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, one for I, Tonya, not for this film, and one for Bombshell. I couldn't find the other one because I didn't look super hard. But she's also super famous, maybe one of the most famous women in the world. She got her big break in Wolf of Wall Street in 2013. Her father was a farmer. Her mother was a physiotherapist. So she did not really grow up rich or anything. She's famous as quoting that it's not a life that would lead anyone toward acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she didn't really get a role in a film until like 2008, which was high school for her, to be fair. She graduated in 2008, and that was also when her first role came out, and her big breakout in Australia was an Australian soap opera called Neighbours. It was supposed to be a bit part, and they just liked her so much that they made her into a series regular, and she stayed on there for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And then she came over here to America, and got a role pretty quickly in a Scorsese project.
Yeah.
Which would be Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. I heard that she won that part because she slapped him,
I've heard that too.
which means he was in the auditions, which is weird. I don't think that's usually how that works, but I'm not an
Maybe
actor.
it was like a callback or something, like a
Oh, yeah.
another wave, so they were actually seeing if there was chemistry.
Yeah, could
And
be.
then she hit him.
She slapped him in the face,
He
which was not in the
deserves
script.
Yeah.
She was the only one that did that, and they were like, yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Smack him.
Yes. Yeah, hit him. She's gone on to be in tons of stuff. She was Sharon Tate in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is great.
Yeah.
She's in, that might be her, either Wolf of Wall Street or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood might be her other Oscar
Nomination.
nomination.
Yeah.
I don't think she has a win yet, but she'll get there. She's a fantastic actress. So talented. I think she's great. I just don't like her in The Suicide Squad because I don't like the way Harley's written, which is why I'm glad you picked this movie where she's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
She is married. She has one son, born 2 years ago. She is married to Tom Ackerley. She was a huge Harry Potter fan. I don't know if this had any bearing on it, but it's in the Wikipedia article. And he was in 3 of the Harry Potter movies.
As like a background guy.
Background character. You're not going to recognize him or anything. If you put up his Wikipedia, there's not even a picture. But they seem happy. They seem private. The only thing I even have ever heard about them is that Billie Eilish interview where she called Margot
Yes.
to
And
ask
she was
if
so
she could
lovely.
film. Yeah. She was like, can I have keys to your house? Because my film, what was it? My location for my
Location
music
fell
video
through.
dropped out.
Yeah.
So can we film it at your house? And she was like, yeah, but I'm not home.
Yeah.
We're in Australia. And it was supposed to be a prank call, and that's it.
And she was lovely.
She was great. She was super sweet to Billy, which was after all of this business.
It was after Barbie.
Barbie,
Yeah.
which is why they met.
All this business.
All this business. You know anything else about her?
Nope.
I know she lives in California. There's a bunch of stuff in her Wikipedia about how she moved to Brooklyn, and then she moved to London, and then she fell in love with Ackerley, and they got married in 2016. They married in Australia, and now they live in California.
Yeah.
She likes to keep it private, and I'm proud of her for that.
Yeah.
I always love that. So, I think she's fantastic. What?
All I'm saying is yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
believe me. That's the whole thing I do on podcasts usually.
Mm-hmm.
It's just say yeah.
Yep.
So on to the Barbie movie, or simply called Barbie, which came out the same week as Oppenheimer in 2023, July 19th. I believe Oppenheimer came out July 20th.
Yep.
So 3 years, almost to the day.
Yeah, because we did our summer. We've talked about it before. How we always do like
We're talking about a lot.
3 movies in a day usually.
Yeah.
And this was Oppenheimer, Barbie, and the Haunted Mansion movie.
It's getting down to where we do multiple sets of 2.
That's this year because we had a flat. we
did
were
a-
going
did
to
a
do
flat.
3.
We were going to do that. But there are 6 we wanted to watch this year.
Have we not watched them all?
We've watched 4.
Oh, okay.
We
Yeah.
still want to watch Supergirl and, of course, Spider-Man.
Right.
But we saw Odysseus this week. It's very good.
Odyssey.
It is called the Odyssey.
Yeah, it's
That's
called the
correct.
Odyssey.
It's very good. I would recommend go and see it, but it's very long. Because I was.
It doesn't feel as long as Oppenheimer.
That's true. I don't think it is either.
I don't think it is.
Oppenheimer ends about 3 different times. Odyssey is very
Oppenheimer-
clear that it's not over yet.
Oppenheimer was very, very long.
Oh, somebody didn't silence their phone.
I never do. Go on.
Oppenheimer is very long and feels very long, and I probably will never watch it again, which does make me sad. I would never watch Dunkirk again either. Inception and Interstellar, I definitely would watch again.
Yes, I would too.
Yeah, so I feel like he's making great movies, but his rewatchability is way down.
Yeah, I mean, like, I liked the Odyssey. I would watch the Odyssey again.
Right now,
Yeah,
not me.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
I
But
did. I thought it was good. I thought it was great, actually.
I
don't know if
read the
loved
Odyssey
it.
a lot as a kid, so
Yeah.
I liked seeing the story
Yeah.
that I used to read. So
Seemed like most of it was there.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of it. So
Great acting. It's obviously Nolan, so the
Practical
cinematography
effects and
never
everything.
misses the beauty of it all. We watched it in 70 mil, not in IMAX. We don't have one of those,
Mm-hmm.
but we watched it in 70 millimeter, and I thought it was beautiful.
yeah,
That's our miniature review of the Odyssey.
I liked it a lot.
Anyway, all that to say, we didn't have time to watch Supergirl. I thought about suggesting Supergirl afterward, but it was we were so tired.
We honestly did have time this week because we've watched 3 movies this week
For
voluntarily.
fun. That's true. Yeah, not including.
And
yeah.
one of them was not fun.
Yeah, that's true.
It was crap.
Barbie, however.
Barbie, though, is fantastic.
It's great. Runs for an hour and 54 minutes, a brisk hour and 54 minutes. I wish it was still going. Cost $145 million to make. Made $1,447,138,000.42.
Jesus.
Jesus.
That's a lot.
That's a difference of, that's a profit of $1.3 billion.
That's a lot.
Good for them, I guess.
It's a
I
great
don't know how
movie.
much of that money's going into Mattel's pockets, but it is great.
At least.
If you want to
pennies.
turn this off and come back after you've watched it because you haven't seen it, it is on Max.
Okay.
That's not where we watched it. We have
But you have to come back.
physical. Yeah, please come back. We're working here. We don't have all day to wait.
Jesus.
This is a movie that was bandied about for years before it finally, the rights landed with Warner Brothers, and Margot Robbie heard about it and went to Warner Brothers herself to lobby to get the movie made.
Yeah.
And they said, okay.
Because she was already Harley Quinn.
So she was willing to produce it. Yeah, she was Harley Quinn, true. Warner Brothers owns...
DC.
I don't know what exactly the right situation is, but Warner Brothers, HBO, and DC are all under the same umbrella.
Umbrella Academy.
That explains why it's on Max.
Yeah.
So if anything's DC or Warner Brothers, it's on Max, which is why Max has a ton of stuff.
Which is why Max is the only one I still have.
Isn't Pounders on there?
Pounders is on
Yeah.
HBO.
So, yeah.
Can't
That's
get
why
rid
you
of
have
it.
it.
That's why I have it.
For work.
Pounders.
But yeah, I agree. So they tasked Margot Robbie with putting the movie together. They kind of stepped back and said, okay, that sounds like a good idea for a movie. Go ahead. And she went and found Greta Gerwig. Greta Gerwig, famous for Lady Bird and Little Women.
Seen it.
She's a bit of an indie darling filmmaker. Very much like in the Cannes Film Festival circuit, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Sundance. And Greta.
Well, two of those weren't they both not? Lady Bird and Little Women were both nominated for Oscars.
Yes. In multiple categories. I don't know what they won, but.
Yeah.
But sorry, I had a thing there. But Greta Gerwig said, yes, absolutely. As long as Noah can write it. And Margot was like, okay. Noah being Greta's husband.
Oh, okay.
Noah wrote Marriage Story.
That means that it's about him.
Autumn just cringed into space.
I did not like. Marriage Story was fine.
Noah wrote Marriage Story about his first marriage.
Oh God. Okay.
And he and Greta fell in love on the set of something else that he was making, and got married recently-ish. I want to say this decade. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Noah also has said in interviews with Greta sitting next to him that he did not know this. He was not aware that she said Noah would love to write it until he saw that in the news.
Oh.
And then he went home and was like, did you sign us up to write a Barbie movie? And she was like, yeah, about that. Sorry, we're writing a Barbie movie. And he was like, I don't want to write a Barbie movie, because he's an indie guy, like an art house. Kind of comes off pretentious.
Well, if you've never seen Marriage Story, yeah, I don't like
that.
I know nothing about him other than
the guy in that movie's a dickhead.
And it's about him.
And it's about him thinking he's not a dickhead. And it would seem to be like it's written autobiographically about Noah's life.
Yeah, I cheated on you, but it's because you were doing other stuff, and I was lonely.
Yeah, Marriage Story is very difficult to watch.
It's awful, and I love Adam Driver.
She's not an angel, but he is
an asshole.
Yeah, it's about two horrible people doing horrible things to each other, and neither one of them come off in a positive light, and it kind of seems like he thinks the man does.
Yeah.
So
I don't even think that she seems like a horrible person. She just doesn't want to take him back because he cheated on her.
Yeah.
Fucker.
I don't remember her role in all that.
I don't abide by cheating.
Hating Adam Driver in that movie.
Yeah.
I was going somewhere with that.
He literally tells her, if I could make sure my son was fine, but you would die, I would definitely have you dead.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So
anyway,
Greta and Noah had a little fight about that because she signed him up for something that he was not interested in doing with his career. And he said, why would we make a movie about a doll? She doesn't have a narrative, a character arc, or any interesting backstory to make a movie about. And Greta said, isn't that why it's interesting?
Yeah.
And he said, no. And she said, that's a blank canvas. You're a writer. And he said, oh, shit. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And so they were locked in the house anyway. And so he started coming up with all these crazy ideas while she was just vegging on the couch and was like, oh, my God, we could write about this. We could do this. We could do this. We could do this. And she was like, okay, now that you're excited, I'm getting excited again. And she kind of took the reins and made it her own. And he did a lot of the character work. And
okay.
Yeah, he came around.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Don't.
Listen, I know. Okay, I know. But Greta Gerwig would not pick.
I know. That is the only reason.
Greta Gerwig would not pick a shitty person to marry.
I would hope not. Because the guy from Marriage Story is a piece of shit.
Yes. I'm guessing that was a bit of therapy
bastard.
for him, and maybe he got that out of his system because the characters he wrote in this movie
Are beautiful.
co-wrote, are beautiful and
Beautiful.
great.
Yeah. Sorry, I my world has been just turned upside down. I hate Marriage Story.
Yeah, I do too. He has a bunch of other credits to his name. He wrote Fantastic Mr. Fox. He helped write Madagascar 3, and he wrote The Life Aquatic.
There's no character in Barbie.
Yes.
I'm gonna write Madagascar 3.
He helped write Madagascar 3, but he's known for indie stuff, and he wrote The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Those two are considered great.
Right.
So that's the writing situation. I've done the directing situation. Onto the composers. The music here is fantastic.
Yes.
The only Oscar this movie won was for Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish has an Oscar.
And Phineas, right?
And Phineas.
Yeah.
Anything Billie wins,
Phineas wins.
Phineas gets to win too, because Phineas does the technical side of their music.
Yeah.
And she does the emotional side. And it all comes together fucking amazingly, and it's always great.
Yeah.
She is constantly my number one
She is.
artist. She's my number one artist to ever listen to on
Kyle's obsessed
Spotify,
with Billie.
including over Linkin Park. And that's not me saying that. That's my stats on Spotify saying that. I love Billie Eilish. But before we get to Billie's role in this, Greta tasked Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt. Mark Ronson, famous for Uptown Funk,
Okay.
the Bruno Mars song, which is not a Bruno Mars
funk
song.
you up, said Uptown funk you up.
Is that right? That sounds.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a Mark Ronson
Oh
song
my
with
gosh!
Bruno Mars
Yes,
on
that
it.
is why I know that name.
Yes.
Okay, because you always get offended because you're like, it's Mark Ronson.
Yeah, because I just think it's funny to do that bit.
Yeah.
It's the same way with I always feel like somebody's watching me. When people are like, did you know that's not Michael Jackson's song? It's Rockwell. Yeah, but that chorus right there is Michael Jackson.
I don't even know what we're doing.
You just sang it with me.
I do that a lot.
You know that song.
I know, but I don't know who sings it.
I just told you.
Remember that one day I was singing, God, I don't even know what band it was, but Atreyu.
Yeah.
Atreyu was
You said this yesterday, and I told you again what band it was.
But I came out of cooking dinner, and Kyle was like, I didn't know you knew so many Atreyu songs. And I was like, do I? I don't even know what I knew. I knew the songs, and that was it.
She told our home device.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to trigger yours.
We don't want her to wake up.
Play Spotify. I'm trying not to trigger ours or yours.
Yeah.
Play Spotify, and it played an Atreyu song, and then it played another and another and another.
Because apparently my shuffle was turned
Your
off.
shuffle was not working, and you were singing every single one of them, and I was like, I didn't know you knew that much Atreyu, and you were like, who the fuck is Atreyu?
I didn't say who the fuck was Atreyu. I said, is that what I was singing? I don't know.
Yeah,
Because I was thinking in the kitchen while I was cooking, I was like, he's going to ask me who this is. And I'm going to
because
be
it was
like,
all my music.
fuck if I know. I know it's not Bayside or Linkin Park. There you go.
You know them very well.
Yeah, only that one Bayside, the acoustic album,
Acoustic
though.
album. That makes
If
sense.
you play one with instruments,
Drums.
I'm not going to know.
The acoustic one has instruments. But fair enough.
I don't know.
Andrew Wyatt and Mark Ronson are a team that work together. Andrew Wyatt is the lead singer of Mike Snow, which I have one song saved from on Spotify. That's a band, Miike. And Mark Ronson is the guy Uptown Funk. Mark Ronson also did the score for Suicide Squad, and they both wrote A Star Is Born music,
Oh, okay. That's beautiful music.
right?
Yeah.
And Andrew Wyatt wrote all of the songs from music and lyrics.
Oh my God. I love music and lyrics.
Take it away.
That is a great movie. It's Drew Barrymore and Hugh Grant, and the album is fantastic. Oh my, that is such a good album.
I knew you would love that.
I love that.
I saved it for last.
No one knows what that is, and I freaking love that movie. My mom and I left the theater and drove straight to Walmart to buy the soundtrack
Hell yeah.
because we love the song so much.
I've heard some stuff from it. It's good.
And it was at we
not
were
bad.
at the theater in our hometown that was furthest from Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a drive.
Drove the other direction from your house to
from
get to
the
Walmart.
other way, not just across the parking lot,
Yeah.
the other way.
I knew you'd love that. She tasked them with writing 2 songs for this movie. They would be the Lizzo song in the beginning and I'm Just Ken. They came to her with I'm Just Ken first
Yeah.
and said, well, this is kind of what we're thinking, and had Andrew's a great singer. That Mike Snow song that I have saved is great. Actually, I should look it up while I'm talking. But here, look up Mike Snow while I'm talking.
Okay.
They came and showed her I'm Just Ken, Miike.
I listened to you.
And she was blown away and was like, how would you guys feel about scoring the entire movie?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, we don't do that. We've never worked. Genghis Khan by Mike Snow. That song's awesome. It's so weird and so chill, but that is the singer. That singer of that song, if you go look up that song, is Andrew Wyatt. And he was the voice on the I'm Just Ken that they played for her.
Right.
So Mark Ronson put together the music, Andrew Wyatt sung, they played it for her. She said, please score the entire movie. They said, we don't score movies. And she said, please, please, please. This is exactly,
you do now.
This is exactly what I want this entire movie to sound like. And then they kind of looked at each other and was like, actually, that kind of sounds cool. That would be very interesting.
Yeah.
So they agreed to do it, and they scored the entire movie. The score here is awesome, but I will say, as someone who really pays attention to like chord progressions and melodies and harmonies, a lot of it is the notes from What Was I Made For? Billy's song.
Yeah.
Especially the emotional beats for the movie. The rest of it is different stuff. But once they had the movie well underway, tons of it was already cast, it was already scored, it was cast. It was already scored, it was already a lot of it filmed. They were like, we really don't have a song for the heart of the movie, like the big moment at the end. And she wanted not to be like a pop song.
Right.
And they were like, well, nobody does that better than Billie Eilish. Go see what she's doing. She hasn't put out an album in 2 years. So she found her number, called her. And Billy and Phineas were both on the call because they're like life mates. They're brother and sister, if you're not aware of how that situation works. She was like, actually, we've been trying to write an album for 6 months and we don't have a single thing recorded. We have writer's block so bad. And Greta was like, well, why don't you come in and I'll show you the movie and see if that inspires you, because you write exactly the kind of music I want for my movie. And they agreed to go do it, and they went and do it, and they were so moved that they went home and immediately started writing the song that night. They used the chord progression that Mark and Andrew had already written and just made it their own. And then after they wrote What Was I Made For, which won an Oscar, they were so inspired by doing that they wrote her next album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, over the next few months.
Which one? Is that the one with Happier Than Ever?
No, that was why she had writer's block, was after Happier Than Ever. The one with Chihiro and Lunch
the new
and
one.
Birds of a Feather and Wildflower, her best album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kyle would know. Kyle would know.
So the Barbie movie gave us Billie Eilish's best album and her best music, so I'll forever be grateful to it for that. Do I have any other crazy facts about this movie?
There's the story of how Ryan Gosling decided to be Ken.
Oh, I don't know that. Tell me.
From what I've heard, she asked him, and I think he said no, or he was thinking about it. I don't know. But he found his daughter's Ken doll in mud in the backyard and sent a picture of it to Greta and said, I will be your Ken.
Oh, that's cool.
Because he was like, yeah, all right, let's do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Oscars did not understand the message of this movie.
They didn't watch it. It's about women.
Because Ryan got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and Margot did not get nominated for anything.
America did, though.
America Ferrera got nominated, and probably mostly for that speech, but she's great.
Yeah.
Throughout. But Margot is also fantastic.
Margot is friend.
Throughout.
Fantastic.
But this is Margot's movie. And I would say basically with her production company, she hired Greta and then subsequently everyone else through Greta to get this movie made. It was also nominated for Best Picture and Best Director, but Oppenheimer came out that year and it beat them on everything. America Ferrera actually lost to somebody from The Holdovers, which is not a movie I'm familiar with.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, me neither. We stopped watching Oscar movies a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think pretty much, La La Land fiasco.
Yeah.
And then you hated Shape of Water. And then the year after that, whenever, what was it called?
Well, I didn't think Green Book was very good.
And it won.
And it won.
And then Shape of Water won, and you didn't want that one to win either.
And then we watched one movie.
What was it called?
As a last-ditch effort called Nomadland.
Nomadland. And we
hated it.
We didn't have time to watch the others.
And we were also like burnt out because that movie was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good movie. And then when the Oscars came around, that's the one that won.
The Oscars love a movie that doesn't end, especially in the past 10 years.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Moonlight doesn't end. Green Book doesn't end. Nomadland doesn't end. They just stop.
It's just like, oh, and then they kept going. And it's like, oh, okay,
Oh,
cool.
okay. Fuck me, I guess.
I guess I'll stay here.
Yeah.
All right.
I was on board, but all right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nomadland. I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't good. It wasn't great. That's for sure. But anyway.
It was remotely interesting, and then it stopped. And it was like, well, wait. What were you trying to tell me? Why don't you get to your message?
That doesn't matter that she's just going to do whatever she wants to do, I guess.
That's a dumb message.
That she doesn't actually want a home is what I found out.
don't know why that won Best Picture.
I don't either.
But I don't know what it was up against either. Maybe it was up against a bunch of garbage.
I don't think so.
Oppenheimer won Best Picture and everything else that year, and it was good. But
yeah, but Barbie was that year.
Yeah.
And so honestly, Haunted Mansion was really good.
Do you know another thing that's interesting? No, Haunted Mansion's terrible.
Haunted Mansion was great.
Dude. No,
I liked it.
That Haunted Mansion movie is about as good a movie as you can make from that concept. I don't like Tiffany Haddish. I can't stand Jared Leto.
But Jared Leto's barely in it.
Lakeith Stanfield's in that movie, and I don't like it.
I loved that movie. You're insane.
So much better than the 90s one.
Have you ever seen the Eddie Murphy one?
That might be the 2000s even.
Like 2000, 2001 maybe?
No, I've never sat all the way through it.
Why would you?
I got up and left.
I'm telling you, you don't need to.
Where were we?
I don't know. We're talking about Haunted Mansion.
Somehow we're now talking about Haunted Mansion. I was saying something.
Haunted Mansion.
What a message I was.
What's your favorite part of the ride?
My favorite part of the ride is the little guy with the coffin, pushing up the coffin door.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the bendy door that looks like it's bulging out.
She's doing something with her arm. She's
The
doing
door
like the
that
Kansas
looks like
City Chiefs chant.
When it's like pushing out, like from the middle, because someone's pushing it open.
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
That is cool.
It's a bunch of people like pushing on the door, and it's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I did it again. The floating.
I also like the candelabra. Yeah.
So I was just saying. Also, that I love that ride. That ride's great. I also love the before you're even on the ride, the stretching room.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I like the fireplace room with the decaying man.
The ballroom?
No, the first room before they put you in your stretching room and you watch the portrait of that guy die.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. But that's chaos.
And you get in a doom buggy.
Yeah. Shall we just talk about Haunted Mansion?
Yeah. I personally like it when you get after the Constance part, especially if the ride stops there because it's so comfy for me, but it's not comfy for you because you don't fit in a doom buggy.
Yeah.
It's torture for you.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Doom buggies are curved
at the top,
at the back.
Yeah,
they curve all the way over you, except not me.
Yeah,
they just
Kyle's
curve into
6'4".
my head.
Yeah.
So
it's not as comfy for him.
Hunch forward the entire ride.
Yeah.
It might not be so bad because it's like arched if I was alone.
I bet if you sat in the middle,
yeah,
it'd probably be great for you. Maybe next time we go, you should just ride by yourself.
Yeah. What a ride that would be.
Deuces.
Okay, let's get to the back of the box.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do we do anything else on this show?
No.
I know we play other stuff on the other show.
Nope.
Oh, the Doomsday trailer came out this week.
It did.
Let's talk about that for a second. We're not going to break it down on this show, but the Doomsday trailer came out, and if you haven't watched it because you're avoiding spoilers, I would say watch it.
I would say you can not watch it, too.
You said you didn't feel like you regretted watching it.
Well, because I knew with everything we're going to go see between now and December, I'm going to end up seeing it anyway. So.
In theaters?
Yeah.
We haven't yet.
Not yet, but it just came out.
Yeah, but we watched the Odyssey. It probably will be on the Spider-Man trailer.
It will be, yeah, because I was going to try to do a complete avoid thing, and then I was like, well, I'm going to see it before Spider-Man anyway, so I might as well just watch it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see any more. I'm done.
Yeah. We are rewatching the entire MCU leading up to that movie on Patreon, patreon.com/chainlinktheater, and we're running a promo all the way through the end of the year where you can get your first month for $1. And there's already so much content over there.
There's a lot.
Yeah. We've done, I want to say like 22 episodes, I think. And 7 of them cover 20 movies.
Jesus.
So it's like that's like 22 plus 13. We've done 35 movies over there, and you could listen to all of them for $1
Yeah, we've done a lot.
with Code Doom. But I don't feel like that movie gave away too much. I'm not going to talk about it here if you don't want to watch it. But there was
the
some very
trailer
interesting, exciting
literally
stuff.
is just a bunch of people looking at something that we don't know what they're looking at.
Pretty much.
Pretty much all it is.
It's like, here, this character's in it, and you're like, oh, shit.
And then it's like, well, it's not even like an oh shit thing. It's more just like that character's looking at something. That character's looking at something. What are they looking at? And you're like, I don't know. And they're like, we're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, then. That's pretty much all it is.
So if you're hyped about that, go give us a listen on Patreon. We'd appreciate your support.
Yeah, we
have the first 10 minutes of every episode come out on this feed every week on, what is that, Tuesdays?
I don't know.
You could see them. It's right there in
They're
your feed.
there.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Anyway, the back of the Barbie box is very short. It says, to live in Barbieland is to be a perfect being in a perfect place, unless you have a full-on existential crisis or your kin.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. So we get like a voiceover for most of it. And it starts out with like, since the beginning of time, since the first little girl like has ever existed, there have been dolls, but the dolls were always and forever baby dolls.
And it's all 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it is.
It's literally out in a desert with girls playing with little dolls like the monkeys from 2001. And it's even playing also Spake Zarathustra from 2001,
Yeah.
Ric Flair's theme.
Woo.
Yes.
I don't know.
Not Ric Flair.
Yeah. Anyway, so, and I do agree with this though, because she's talking about how like little girls played with them, but they could only ever be mothers. Like
Yeah.
that's what you had to be.
Yeah.
And ask your mom how fun that is after a while.
She does say that. Yeah.
But yeah, and so
Helen Mirren, by the way, narrating.
this continued until dun, dun, Barbie.
Yeah, and then Margot Robbie plays the part of the monolith from 2001.
Yeah, and the classic Barbie swimsuit, like the
Yeah,
first
the black
Barbie.
and white striped one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. She looks
Looking
amazing.
great, yeah.
And then all the little girls like go ape shit destroying some baby dolls. Love it.
No pun intended.
No, because I've never seen 2001.
Have you not?
No,
Oh my God.
I've heard it's long and I don't want to.
Fair enough.
I feel like you made me start watching it once, and we just were on a planet for like a long time, like slowly panning over stuff, and I was
Dude.
like, I'm done with this. unless
Kubrick
it's-
needed an editor back then. I like that movie, but you got to get past the first like 20 minutes.
That's a long time.
It is. It is.
Like at least in Spaceballs, when there's a really long like pan, it's a joke for how big the ship is.
Yeah, they're not kidding.
If
in
it's not gonna
2001.
joke,
I feel
then-
like the pan in 2001 might be longer than the Spaceballs one.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I'm not interested.
I don't blame you.
I think I've only ever seen one Kubrick movie. Have I seen more than one?
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
No, you've seen The Shining.
Oh yes,
Yeah, that might be it.
2.
I thought you told me something about Eyes Wide Shut one day.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Have you
Bullshit.
seen Spartacus?
Yes.
Okay, 3.
I know the end of it. Spoilers, but everyone's Spartacus, and then the police are just like, never mind.
The police.
Well, the Roman police.
Is this Monty Python?
Everyone's just like, I'm Spartacus, and then they go, well, fuck it. I guess he's free. I don't know. We have no way of doing this now.
Yeah. Anyway, this sequence goes on for like 20 minutes in 2001. The Barbie movie, we had the wherewithal to do it for 1 minute.
Yeah, thank
Thank
God.
God.
But basically, it's like Barbie changed everything, and then she changed it all again. She has her own money, her own house, her own car, her own career. And since Barbie can be anything, women can be anything.
Nice.
It's fucking beautiful.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing. And it's like, thanks to Barbie, all the problems of feminism and equal rights have been solved. Or at least that's what the Barbies think. So
I'm uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable. Yeah. And you're a white male.
I am, but I'm not rich.
We still do, but it's not as fun now.
I don't have it all.
It's true. Not rich. But anyway, so we watch basically it's always the perfect day in Barbieland. So Margot Robbie, first shot, she's waking up, her hair is perfect, she sleeps perfect. All the Barbies are saying hello to each other. All of them are called Barbie unless they're not a Barbie, literally. Yeah. So then she goes and has like the perfect shower, puts on her beautiful clothes, goes and have like the perfect breakfast. Everything's perfect. And then she floats. What I loved about this shot, because it's a Barbie house, so when she gets out of bed, she walks off to, because if you've never seen it, what are you doing? But there's no walls in a Barbie house.
Yeah.
You know, unless, like, I never had a plastic Barbie house.
You had an actual dollhouse.
My grandpa built it for me, and
Yeah.
it's perfectly the size of a Barbie.
Yeah.
So mine had walls and
Yeah.
carpet. But anyway, but she goes off the side, and then she just appears walking on her second floor.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, because
That's cool. It's well shot.
there's no stairs in a Barbie house.
Speaking of Greta Gerwig, I like Lady Bird and Little Women.
I don't really remember
Lady Bird's better.
Lady Bird. I liked Little Women probably better than Lady Bird.
Oh, Lady Bird is Saoirse Ronan screaming at, oh man, what's that? Allison Janney.
It's not Allison Janney.
Is it not? Is it the aunt from Roseanne?
Yes. He's dead. Never mind. He sends his love. What's her name?
What's her name? Oh
Yeah.
God, I should know that. I can think of it. Give me a second. Lori Metcalf.
Sure. I have no idea.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, Lori. I think Lori won an Oscar for that movie.
I think she
Anyway,
did.
I know Saoirse did.
I know that Saoirse jumps out of a car at the beginning, and that's all I remember from
That's
that
all I
movie.
remember too.
So, yeah.
But I do remember it being good. I don't remember any movies ever.
That's why we do this podcast now.
Yeah, because I only watch movies once, and then you and your brother always make fun of me because they're like, "Oh, you haven't even seen it," because you guys are like, "I have only seen it once."
Yeah.
That's every movie for me.
Yeah. If I like a movie, I watch the shit out of it.
If I used to do that. I did Fast and Furious. I saw a bunch, and The Warriors. So way
Warriors.
back in 2001, I was rewatching movies.
Okay, I've seen. I can't tell. I can tell you more how many movies I've only seen the one time
My movies.
than I can. Yeah, because you really need to show me Train Spotting and Requiem for a Dream and
But
Snatch
far
again.
apart. Have we ever talked about that on the
Please
show?
show them to me with distance this
I don't
time.
think Snatch was that day, but I showed you Train Spotting and Donnie Darko
Yeah,
and Requiem for a Dream.
and I get them all confused.
All in the same day before I had proposed to you.
Yeah.
And you still agreed to marry me because what the fuck was I thinking?
I don't
Those are the
know.
darkest movies I can think of.
What does that have to do with you? I mean, it is what it is.
What a horrifying day I put you through. If none of you know how any of those movies end, they are fucking depressing.
Yeah, but like when you first met me, I was listening to country music mostly, and you still chose to marry me.
That's true.
And that's way worse, arguably.
Modern country music at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
And now I listen
you
to-
had Kelly Pickler on your MySpace
I
page.
did. I still like that song, to be fair.
It's a fine song.
I do like that song. Yeah. That was weird. That was
My
a weird
bad.
phase.
I need to show you all three of those way far apart from each other. And SLC Punk and the other one you mentioned.
Never seen SLC Punk.
I know. What's the other one because I was going to show you a fourth one that day. It was SLC Punk.
What
You
else
mentioned
you-
another one. Snatch.
Snatch.
Snatch is not depressing.
Snatch, I remember a fake gun, Lenny James,
Lenny James,
Brad Pitt, Jason Statham, a trailer,
Vinnie Jones.
some boxing.
Yeah.
That's about it. And then lots of really thick accents.
Dennis Farina's in that movie.
Who?
Dennis Farina from Big Trouble.
All right.
Fucking Gators fans. That guy from Big Trouble with
No.
the mustache.
Is
And
that
the-
when I fell
The
asleep?
seatbelt kept coming across his face. You don't remember Big
No,
Trouble?
but that sounds so funny.
We watched it for this
I
show.
know. I fell asleep though. I did fall asleep during that one. Oh God. But anyway, so back to Barbie before we just keep talking for the next hour.
Sorry.
So basically, it's always the perfect morning, perfect day, perfect car. Barbie drives by and says hi. Like there's the Midge, and Midge is all like, "Hi, Barbie," and it's pregnant Midge.
Yeah.
And Barbie's like, "Oh, hi, Midge." And then I like it because the voiceover is all
Helen
like,
Mirren.
"Let's actually not show Midge." She got discontinued. I'm pretty sure my mom has this Midge.
Really?
Because I recognize the dress, and I'm pretty sure my mom has that one. I always liked Midge, honestly.
Pregnant doll.
Yeah. But I mean, it kind of makes sense because if you're going to play, why not have that option? Like some of these ones that got discontinued, I'm all like, what, why?
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's like, oh, because Midge had a baby. And it's like, so?
Yeah. Well, the movie, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
about the creation of her by a innocent, well-meaning, tax-evading woman in her kitchen to the evolution of Mattel corporatizing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Barbie's basically just driving by, and it's all just so perfect everywhere. Barbies are working. Barbies are thriving. Barbies are president. Barbies are Supreme Court leaders. Barbies are literally everything. They're in space. They're pilots. They're trash people. They're literally everything.
Hell yeah.
Because Barbies are just vibing, and they're strong, and they're awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then there's one woman who says something like, I don't remember what she does, but she does a speech and everyone's like clapping. All the Barbies are clapping. And she's like, I have the capacity to hold both logic and emotion, and I'm not diminished by either of them.
Yeah.
And so like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, and then we see Ken. So basically all the Barbies are doing great. And then the voiceovers are like, Barbie has a great day every day, but Ken only has a great day when Barbie looks at him.
Yeah.
So it's Ryan Gosling, first shot of him as Ken.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he does great as Ken, to be fair. And he's just standing there and he's like, hi, Barbie. And she's like, oh, hi, Ken. And then everyone else on the beach says hi to her also, including Shang-Chi.
Simulu.
Yeah, and he says hi to her, and she's like, oh, hi, Ken. And then he glares at Ken because he's just doing it to fuck with him.
Yeah, he goes, ah.
I love that.
Ryan Gosling's great in everything.
He really is.
Please pick him.
Well, we'll see. I don't know who else I'd pick, honestly, from this.
Yeah.
I mean, we could maybe get to Sisterhood of Traveling Pants, but then what?
Yeah. Well, you got people. If you must.
Oh, we'll see. So I like that scene personally. And then there's Michael Cera who is like, hi, Barbie. And she's like, oh, hi, Alan. And then the voiceover is like, there's only one Alan.
And he goes, yeah, I'm confused about that.
I love that. Yeah, I'm kind of confused about that. So he can hear the voiceover, which I think is hilarious. And then Ken goes to try and impress Barbie by like surfing really good and totally biffs it and flies in the air. And Alan's the only one who reacts while it's happening. And he's just
screaming
like,
no.
And then he lands, everyone goes and checks on him, and then he's just like, oh, hi, Barbie. But he's still like hurt.
Yeah.
And then she helps pick him up, and then Shang-Chi Ken comes up and it says, what does he say? Something about like, oh, you thought you could beach or something? And then Ken's like, oh, I'll beat you off right now. And he's like,
beat yourself off.
Beat yourself off.
He's like, I'll beat both of you off.
And he's like, how are you going to beat us both off?
He's like, you don't even know how to beat yourself off. You can't beat us both off. That doesn't make any sense.
It's so funny. And Barbie's just like, no one's going to beat anyone off.
This is stupid, absurdist humor, and I love it.
I love it so much. And then so the doctors arrive to check Ken out, which I love because the little like ambulance unfolds the playset.
Yeah.
I love it. But he's talking about how his job is just beach. It's not lifeguard, which is a misconception.
Yeah, that's what he
But
says.
his job is just beach, and all the Barbies are like, and you're really good at beach. And he's like, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I know. And then he asks if he can come over to her house tonight, and she's like, oh yeah, I have nothing planned, just a massive blowout with all the Barbies.
Yeah.
And
And a
he's like-
massive choreographed dance number and a huge hit song.
Yeah. And dance party.
Yeah.
Was it underneath the lights?
It was just the Dua Lipa song.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about it. It was playing a Lizzo song narrating
what she was
the
doing.
opening day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool,
Pretty
honestly.
funny, yeah.
And then, so just dance party. And then Shang-Chi Ken, it's clearly...
Simulu.
Yeah, I'm going to call him Shang-Chi Ken. Shang-Chi Ken is just trying to fuck with the other Ken still by dancing with Barbie while Ken's standing on the sidelines. And so Ken goes to join the dancing. And then pretty much right when Ken joins the dancing, Barbie just fucks off and leaves. So it's just a bunch of Kens dancing together. And
Yeah.
I honestly love it. I love it so much. And then Barbie comes back to dance with her girlfriends, and she's just like, "Oh my gosh, it's the birth! Like today was a perfect day, and yesterday was a perfect day, and tomorrow's going to be a perfect day, and Wednesday's going to be a perfect day, and like it's going to be a perfect day for forever." And then she's like, "Have you guys ever thought about dying?"
Oh.
And then like all the music stops, and everyone just stares at her, and she's just like, "I don't know why I just said that."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "I'm just dying to dance," and then they start dancing again, but you can tell she's like, "What the hell just
Yeah.
happened to me?" But then I like this scene. I like everything in the. I'm gonna say I like this scene a lot because the party's over and Ken is like standing in Barbie's cul-de-sac, like slowly leaning forward to kiss her while she's just staring at him, not moving. And then he just like gives up eventually, and he's like,
because he's coming 90, she's not coming 10.
She's just staring at him, and then she says like, "All right, well, good night." And he's just like, "Well, I was actually thinking about staying over." And she's like, to do what? Like, why? And he's like, because we're boyfriend and girlfriend and that's what they do. And she's like, but to do what? And he's like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then she goes, oh, but I don't want you here. And then he's like, okay, yeah. And then she's like, because it's girls' night and every night's girls' night. And then she's like, it's Barbie's dream house, not Ken's dream house.
And he goes, right as always.
And then she's like, all right, bye. And then she goes in to have fun with her friends. And then Ken is just standing in the street going like, well, I can't stay. Okay, well, I can't. And
Sorry,
then,
gotta go.
like acting like she's asking him to.
And then while it's panning out, he's kind of doing the little dance number.
He's doing a little
earlier.
dance while he's leaving. And then when Barbie goes to bed, she's like, good night, Barbies. I'm definitely not thinking about death anymore.
And then her eyes pop back open.
Yeah, she definitely is because she wakes up in a totally different position. Because the first position was like almost like a vampire.
Yeah, like a Barbie doll.
Like a Barbie doll, vampire. And now she's like all splayed out. Her hair's kind of a mess. She looks exhausted. And then she just looks confused why she's awake this morning so early and the sun's so bright.
Yeah.
And then it's just a way less graceful wake up. She realizes that her breath is stinky. She goes and tries to get in the shower, but her shower is cold. She burns her waffle. She drinks spoiled milk, which the cute thing about the milk is that she's obviously not drinking because it's pretend.
Yeah.
So she just holds the cup up and nothing comes out.
Yeah.
And that comes up.
And then it tastes disgusting.
Yeah. And then
Lizzo's narrating this one too,
Yeah, it's just
to
like,
a song.
"Ugh."
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she falls off the roof of her house instead of floating down like she always does.
Yep.
So she's very confused.
See what I mean? I do yep through the whole plot.
Yep.
You do yep through my part.
I know. I just feel like I'm not doing anything when I do that. But anyway, so she goes back to the beach with her friends. She seems like she's kind of forgotten about the hectic morning or is trying to forget about it. So she goes to the beach and her friends are like, oh my God, let's run to the water. And she's like, I will do that totally. And takes off her heels, high heels. And then the second she touches the ground, her feet just fall. Flat
feet.
Like a gymnast Barbie, which they didn't have in this movie, which I'm really offended by.
They couldn't and make the flat feet point.
She was really cool. She came with this like hook, right? Like this plastic, kind of like a figure eight, but open on one side that would snap onto her waist. And then you could hold the tumbler, like the ring part, and flip her and make her do flips. Freaking cool, dude.
Sounds cool.
She was super cool and she was super bendy.
My Barbies were based on WWE action figures.
I don't want to talk about your super Barbies.
WWE superstars, and they were action figures.
Summer and I would regularly steal Jacob's G.I. Joes and use them as our Kens.
Kens? 'Cause
We
you didn't have
had
any Kens.
No, we had Kens.
Oh.
But like Grunt was like one of Jacob's G.I. Joes that was freaking like rock built, like just and I mean like we were like, who the fuck is this nerd?
Yeah.
Also, Ken's head popped off a lot.
Oh my.
A lot.
Violence.
You couldn't kiss Barbie without Ken's head popping off.
Oh Jesus.
You can pop it back on. Pretty easy. And then a lot of our Barbies no longer had necks because their heads popped off at one point, so they were no neck Barbies.
Oh my God.
You didn't have no neck Barbies.
Lots of headless Barbies. I didn't have any Barbies.
They weren't headless. They just were neckless.
I had a brother and a sister, and the sister, Kayla, lived all the way on the other end of the house.
I love how you act like that was like a different country.
It was.
I feel like you should have had to share a room with Kayla at some point. That way you would know how
I
like
bet
her toys.
Kayla would disagree.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like me and Jacob having to share a room probably helped a lot with how close we are.
Yeah.
So, and he knows all the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
So.
And you know all the Rob Zombie songs. Or at least
Dragula.
like 5 of them.
I know a lot. I know a lot from that one album.
That's his greatest hits album, so that's all anybody would know.
Nailed it. And Hillbilly Deluxe. I know some from that too.
Oh. Probably the hits.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I do like this because her feet are flat and she like kind of stumbles over to the bleachers. And I do like that she has good friends though, because she immediately tells them what's wrong. She doesn't hide it. She's just like, I've had a terrible day and now my feet are flat. And then the one of her friends is a doctor and is like, just show me. And then she shows them and then everyone starts screaming and gagging about how her feet are flat. And then what I love is all the women are screaming, all the Barbies are screaming about her feet being flat. And then one Ken who's standing up being a lifeguard is also gagging. And then they just like, stop it, Ken.
I don't. He wasn't even looking. I think he was gagging because of all the gagging.
Maybe
noise.
so, but I just love that once they were done, they're like, stop it. So we basically come to the conclusion that Barbie is malfunctioning and she has to go see Weird Barbie because Weird Barbie got played with too hard and is now weird.
Like it sounds like your Barbies did.
Okay.
I'm surprised she has a head.
All right. They could have had Kate McKinnon have no neck. That would have been great. I don't know. Like, was that just like a unique experience? Because none of like
Probably
Barbies
not.
having
Their heads
their
come off pretty
actual
easily.
heads, they come off so freaking easily.
Yeah. It's like opening a pop can.
Yes. And then because they were so delicate. And so
G.I. Joes didn't do that because they had the rubber band inside.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, Jacob's G.I. Joes were always our first picks. And then Jacob would be like, stop taking my G.I. Joes. And we'd be like, no.
No. What are you going to do about it?
Because he had two sisters and we were like, get out of here. Are you going to play or not?
You're smaller than us.
Do you want to play with them or no? All right. Well, this one's married to Rosie O'Donnell, so get out. Because I had a Rosie doll.
You did.
Yeah. Anyway, so she has to go see Weird Barbie, and I personally love this scene. I'm going to say that a lot. I already said that.
Yep.
Because we see a little girl playing with Weird Barbie too hard, and she's like rocking out to Spice Girls.
To the tune of Spice Girls, yeah.
This is my life.
Yeah, this is your life.
I would have never drawn on a Barbie, though. That's crazy.
That's crazy. The disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah. I would never have done that. I did make him do the splits a lot.
Oh.
None of them had necks, but I mean, everything else was fine. So she goes to talk to Weird Barbie, and she tells her that she, like, basically Weird Barbie is just Weird Barbie, and she tells her that she has flat feet. And one line I do like is she says while she's walking up, I would never wear high heels if my feet were shaped like this. Same.
Yeah.
High heels suck.
You hate high heels.
My one goal in life, this is how unambitious I am. I just never want to wear high heels again.
I've got you.
I never will. I don't give a shit. If it's like life or death, not doing it.
I support you on that.
They hurt.
They seem like they do.
They're really pretty, but they hurt. Even if you're just standing, they hurt so bad.
I wear steel toes for work. I get it.
Yeah, they
It's
freaking
awful.
hurt. Man, well, I can't support you not wearing those
because work won't.
Work won't, yeah.
My toes are growing crooked because of that.
Yeah. You got busted
I
feet.
got crooked toes.
But a Weird Barbie then says something about like, oh, you're, what does she call it? Stereotypical Barbie. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, and your kin's really hot. I'd like to see what kind of nude blob he's packing under those jeans. So like Weird Barbie was forced into some situations by her girl.
Jesus.
All right. And then she tells Weird Barbie that she's also having like thoughts of death. And then Weird Barbie is like, well, you've ripped there's a hole in a portal and you have to go fix it or you're going to get sad and complicated and cellulite. So that's what you have to do. And then she says like the twain is crossing or something like that.
Yeah, she says there's a real world she says there's a real world and a Barbie world and never the twain shall cross.
Twains are crossing.
Oh, that is what she says.
Yeah, the twains are crossing. And then basically she says that the girl who's playing with Barbie is sad. And that's what's like all of that girl's emotions are coming out. And Barbie's like, but why would she be sad? We fixed everything. And then she's like, well, that's why you have to go. And then she's like, okay. So she holds up like a high heel and a Birkenstock. And she's like, you can go back to your regular life and forget all this happened and just keep pretending like everything's perfect. Or you can go learn the truth about the universe. So which one do you want? And then Barbie's like, the first one.
That's the clip I put in the outro of the last episode.
I like that. The first one, the
That's
high
good.
heel. And she's like, no, no, let's try again. Which one you want? She's like, the high heel. And she's like, no, you're a total bummer. We're not. You have to want to know. And then she's like, no, I don't. It's fine. And she's like, okay, there is no option 1. You have to go and fix this. And then she's like, and if you don't find her and fix things, like everything's going to go wrong. So, and then she's like, and then she's like, you're just going to end up sad and complicated. So her friends throw her a bon voyage party.
She says you're going to end up sad and complicated like me.
Yeah.
And then moves the snow globe out of the way.
And Barbie screams and then apologizes.
And the look on Kate McKinnon's face is she's like, I set myself up for that.
She's like, it's okay. I set myself up for that.
I love Kate McKinnon. All of the best SNL skits are hers.
Yes.
She's amazing.
What?
That's the quote.
Ryan
from the
Gosling's
UFO
in that one.
He is.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's what we could connect to next is that SNL skit.
Oh, where will we go from there?
I don't know.
But anyway, so she has to go, and her friends are throwing her a bon voyage party, and it's like, hope you fix the rip in the portal and don't get cellulite or something like that. It's like a really long thing that all of her friends are chanting. And then Shang-Chi, Ken, is bullying Ken about how like, oh, Barbie didn't even want you to go. And he's like, she did want me to go. Actually, I told her that I need to stay here. And he's all like, no, you didn't. No,
he's
you
like,
didn't.
you didn't want to go. You're scared.
He's like, I'm not scared. And then they say something about like, I can't remember what the line is, but Shang-Chi Ken's like, you don't even know which way it is. Like, either way. So she leaves and she thinks that she's going to be a hero because all of her Barbies, her friends, are telling her that like all the women in the real world are just going to be so excited to see Barbie because they're all powerful and successful women thanks to Barbie. And so she's going to be like a hero and it'll be great. And so she's just ready to go. She's driving her little bitty Corvette. And then
Hell yeah.
Ken is in the back of her car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she screams because she didn't know.
Because he sits up singing whatever song that was.
Yeah, and then she's like, you can't come. And he's like, no, I made a double dare with Ken, and I have to come. And he's like, if I don't come, I'll look really uncool to Ken. And she's like, Ken's not cool.
He's like, he is to me.
I love that. He is to me. I love that. So montage of them traveling because she's like, did you bring your roller skates? And he's like, I
always bring my roller skates.
I always have them. So montage of them traveling, car, boat, space, bicycle, RV, snowmobile, and then rollerblading. And then this is one thing that I don't really get because I don't think people would be looking twice at this. I really don't.
They're matching, I think.
They're wearing like 80s neon.
I think it's the matching part. I think it's the fact that there are 2 of them.
I guess, but I just
Dressed
don't.
like
I think
that.
I would go, oh, that's cute. And then I move on with my day.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone on like Ventura Beach or wherever this was would care.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I don't know if they'd care, but they'd look twice.
They
I
might
think.
look once.
Yeah.
I also don't think that they would be the only people in bright colors.
True.
So that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that there would be like actual butts out somewhere.
I don't know. Greta probably knows more about LA than we do.
I've never lived there.
No.
Maybe
We
everyone
were there
was.
for one day and you were like, this sucks. Honestly.
Okay,
You
in
said it
my
was dirty.
defense, we were on Hollywood Boulevard,
Which is dirty.
which is so
Gross.
I would never go back. It's just it's not as glamorous as they act like it is.
Yeah.
So once you're there, you're just like, ugh.
Hollywood Boulevard's
Ooh.
awful.
Hollywood Boulevard is awful.
Beverly Hills looks nice.
And we went to the Griffin Observatory. So
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
But like beautiful, beautiful place.
Drove down
Hollywood
Mulholland
Boulevard, no thank you.
Drive. Yeah. It's
That's
gross.
it.
It's awful.
Everything else great. So anyway, you make it sound like I just hate LA. I don't
You
hate
make it sound like
I just hate that one block. It was so dirty. And I was like,
every time I'm like, we should go back to the PCH, you're like, yeah, but not LA.
not LA. Like I don't have anything I'd want to see in LA anymore. Maybe get out of the car at the pier.
Griffith.
Yeah, Griffith
yeah.
and like Santa Monica.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't really need to go.
We didn't see the Hollywood sign. We got to see that.
I saw it multiple times.
No.
He literally his experience with the Hollywood sign is like
We rented a Mustang.
If you've ever seen French Kiss, how she never sees the Eiffel Tower the entire movie, that was Kyle's experience with the Hollywood sign.
We rented a Mustang, and every time we passed it, it was on the right, and I
Yeah.
couldn't get my head low enough to see that.
I saw it multiple times. Multiple times. And I kept being like, there it is. And then you'd be like, where? And I'd be like, building.
And it would already be gone, or I couldn't see it.
Or we'd be like in a tunnel or something random, and it would be like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But like, it's literally right behind this sign that you can't see. So anyway, so they arrive, and Barbie immediately is uncomfortable. Because she's like, why are all of these men looking at me? And Ken, of course, is like, well, they're looking at me too, and I think it's great. Because he's getting like compliments, and then she's like, I feel like ill at ease, like I'm conscious but of myself. And then he's just like, oh, I think it's great. And he's like, and I don't see any undertone of violence. And she's like, mine very much has an undertone of violence, because it's just a bunch of men like catcalling her, which I hate that.
Yeah.
So much. And then anyway, so she's like, oh, we definitely need some woman power. And they see a construction site, and she's like, that'll be great. That's what we need, is women. And then they go up, and like, of course, in like this world, it's typically men who do construction, and they're all just like saying basically they want to sleep with her. And she's just like, I feel like what I'm getting is entendres, which are double. And I just need to inform you that I do not have a vagina. He does not have a penis. We don't have, what did she say? We don't have genitals.
Yeah.
And then there's like, okay. And then Ken's
like,
Ken's like, I have all the genitals.
Stupid.
I did like that. And then they
have
just
you
walk
ever
away.
seen a comedy performance get nominated for an Oscar?
No, but it's great.
Me neither. Just this one.
I have all the genitals. So
he's great.
Yeah. And then she's just like, everything seems like inversed here to me. Like something's wrong. And then a guy walks up and just smacks her on the ass. And so she punches him. And then somehow she gets arrested.
Sure.
How does she get arrested for being assaulted?
Yeah. Agreed.
And then while she's standing there in her roller skating outfit being arrested with Ken, the cops are making comments about what she's wearing and her body.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I think we need to go get new clothes because I'm uncomfortable because I'm being objectified, which makes no fucking sense. And then they go steal clothes because they didn't know about money. They go steal cowboy outfits. And then they get arrested again. Same cops now are saying that now she's even hotter wearing clothes because now you can imagine more of her body.
Yeah. See, this is why I trust Noah Baumbach, because I don't think Greta Gerwig likes men.
Good. Yeah, that's true. Like the women who hate men the most, those are the men, like the man that's with that woman, you know that that's a decent man.
Okay.
Because if a woman who hates men chose you, you have to have something.
That makes sense, I guess.
Right.
I know. Oh, that must mean I must be doing something right.
Oh God, I hate him so much. It's like it's the whole thing is it's like it's not all men, but it's always a man.
Yeah.
So the movie is made to make you feel so uncomfortable, and I hope that if you are male and you see this movie, you can see a tiny glimpse of what it is like to be a woman, and it is like this. It is this. This is not an exaggeration. Like, well, to be like complete, this is like probably way too much TMI and way too realistic, but like from the time I was like 12 to the time I was 20, I got hit on more than I ever have in my life. And most of that being hit on was when I was underage and by way older men, way adult men.
Gross.
Like honked out when I was outside with my family, honked out when I was trying to walk with my friends at 14 years old. That is what happened. That's what happens to girls. It's horrifying. So anyway, this is fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
This is reality. Anyway, so she goes, because she's like, I need to sit and I need to figure out where we're going to go because I got out of jail again. And then Ken immediately is bored. The second she needs to sit down and just like process or and try to figure out where this girl is that she needs to find. And so Ken's just like, ugh. And she's like, just get away from me. And she's like, go away, Ken. And he's like, fine. And so he walks away and she's like, but not too far. But as he's walking away, he's staring at her the whole time thinking she's going to look at him again. And she doesn't. So he's just like, his head is completely turned around walking, like
so stupid.
expecting her to look at him, and she does not. And then so he makes it, and like basically just to, it looks like, I don't know, downtown LA or something. I don't know where they are, but it's just men everywhere. So he's seeing like men at the gym being respected, men like in board meetings, like men just walking around being like, sir, and stuff like that. And like people being like, excuse me, and all that stuff to men. And he's just like, oh my God, men are amazing.
Yeah, he sees two men get out of a giant Hummer truck, which will come up later.
He sees a man tell a woman that not right now. And he's just like, ooh.
He does the finger motion to like mock him.
He's seeing like a currency with men's faces on it. All of the presidents, horses, which comes up a lot, more than you'd think. But like he's seeing like that men rule stuff here. There's just men everywhere. Yeah. And he's getting really excited by it. And so while that's happening, Barbie is just trying to find this little girl. Or, this little girl. And so she's like, sees flashes of like a little girl eating ice cream, a little girl like on a porch on a sunny day and playing dolls. And then the little girl grows up and is now a moody teenager and doesn't want anything to do with her mom. And then like this little girl getting rid of all of her Barbies. And so she opens her eyes and she's crying. And she says like, that felt achy but good.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful in my opinion. And then she looks at the woman who's sitting next to the bench, like on the bench with her. And it's just this old lady. And she's just staring at her. And she's like, you're really beautiful, or you're beautiful. And then the old lady just goes, I know it. Which I love personally.
Hell yeah. Get it, queen.
Yeah. Get it. So Ken makes it back. She's excited that she found the little girl. And he's excited that men rule the world. So they tell each other their news at the same time. And she's like, oh, she's at school. And he's like, men rule the world. And she's like, what? And he's like, oh, she's at school. Let's just go. So he doesn't repeat it to Barbie.
Yeah.
And they're headed to school. And so then we flash to Mattel. And Dan from the FBI calls Aaron from Mattel, who works in a cubicle, in like a gray cubicle, to tell him that Barbie and Ken have made it into the real world. And that's a big deal. Yeah. And so 10 years ago, apparently a skipper showed up and tried to babysit someone's kids and take them surfing. So that was a catastrophe. And so Aaron has to go all the way up to report this to like the honchos, the head honchos of Mattel. Yeah. And so then his coworkers are like, you can't go because no one ever comes back from up there. And it's like, what
Jesus.
happened? Jesus. So then we get America Ferrera, who I don't think I ever heard anyone say her name in this movie.
I don't either.
But her name is apparently Gloria.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard anyone say her name. I thought maybe she just didn't have one.
She gets called Mom.
She gets called Mom a lot. So I thought that would be her name, but I looked it up while you were talking, and it's Gloria.
Okay.
Apparently. Anyway.
Good to learn.
So she's like drawing, she's literally drawing Margot Robbie's Barbie, like in the pink cowboy suit that Margot Robbie's currently wearing and being sad. And then she's like drawing, she calls it Irrepressible Thoughts of Death Barbie and Cellulite Barbie.
Yeah.
So she's just doing all of this stuff.
Yes.
And then Aaron just goes into the meeting with the head honchos, and Will Ferrell's the head honcho, and Will Ferrell's like, can you send the information to me EOD? And he's like, end of day. And all of his little like yes men are like, yes, smart. And then he's like, can I put it in a whisper? And then Will Ferrell's like, yeah. And then like the guys are just whispering to each other, leading to Will Ferrell, and Will Ferrell's getting more and more excited about the whisper coming.
It's so stupid.
And then when he gets the news, he passes out. And then
dumb.
Gloria hears that Barbies are in the real world, because they're like, if the world finds out that our Barbies are real and are walking around life size, this is going to be a problem. And so America hears that, and then she's like, so Barbies are real, like is in the real world? That's nuts. So that comes up later.
Yeah.
If you've never seen this movie. And they're like, we can't rest until this doll is back in a box. So that's how we're going to leave Mattel for a second. And so Barbie arrives at this kid's school, and like basically she's walking around. She's like, I have like fear, but of no specific object. What is that? And a lady who's walking by is like, anxiety. That's what that's called.
Yeah.
And she's just like, and then the Ken's like, oh, I don't have any anxiety. And she's like, and the woman's like, yeah, because kids don't do anything to the dads.
Yikes.
Which, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. At least not in her household.
Yeah.
So then Ken leaves Barbie. Barbie's gonna go find the kid, and Ken is gonna go look for books on trucks. While she's doing that.
Okay.
And so
doing the important work here.
He's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
And then Barbie sees a little girl, and a kid stops her and is like, you can't go talk to that kid. She's kind of a bitch. Her name's Sasha, and she's awful, and she will crush you.
Yeah.
And Barbie's like, oh, no, she's not going to crush me. I'm like her favorite person.
The kid's like, okay.
Okay. And so she goes up and she introduces herself as, I'm your favorite person. I'm Barbie. And then the little girls at the table are just fucking terrible to her.
That's true.
Horrible
Yeah.
to this mentally deranged woman who just walked into your school. You should probably just be telling a trusted adult that there's just a random woman here. Facts. But they call her a professional bimbo. And
Yeah.
Barbie's like, Barbie's not a bimbo. She's a president. She's a doctor. She's a teacher. She's a senator. She's whatever you want
She
her
has
to
a
be.
Nobel Prize.
Yeah. And then there's like, we don't play with Barbies anymore, and we haven't since we were 5. And then they tell her that it was horrible playing with Barbies because you've been making women feel bad about themselves since you were invented. And then they blame her for capitalism, which I don't really understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't blame Barbie for capitalism.
Right.
But they also blame her for unrealistic physical ideals, which I do agree with.
Yeah.
But that's the only one. And
You might blame Mattel for some of capitalism.
yeah, Mattel, but that's not Barbie's fault.
Right, but they were kids.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they say you set feminism back 50 years, which I don't agree with because Barbie has always had a job. Well, like ever since, like, when did she first get a job? Like in the early 70s, I would assume.
No idea.
Like Barbie's had multiple careers for like ever.
Yeah.
Barbie can be whoever you want her to be.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And now Barbie
But
has
she always
like,
has these. But the kid's arguing. By the way, the kid is young Gamora.
yeah.
The kid is arguing that she's always had positions that are unattainable.
Teacher?
Like doctor and senator and
They're not unattainable
scientist and all
though.
the like. Well, apparently they made this
Vet?
kid feel that way.
I had a teacher one.
They
like,
must have made Greta feel that way.
It's awful. But I feel like that. I don't feel like Greta feels this way. I feel like that this is like if you just look at a surface level of what Barbie represents, you would think that she's just, a hot blonde. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't look at like all of the career she has, all the skin tone she has. You can find like deaf Barbies now, wheelchair Barbies now, vitiligo Barbies. Like there's
Now, yeah, sure.
which I love personally, and plus size Barbies now. I freaking love it.
Yeah. Sounds like these kids weren't aware of any of that.
Yeah, and that
Just
happened
the
before
impossibly skinny Barbie.
this. Yeah, teeny tiny waist and
Perfect
massive boobs.
hourglass figure. Yeah.
Yeah, and no nipples.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, perfect
True.
skin.
Perfect skin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that is true. But she always had a job.
Well, always.
Not always.
Usually, yeah.
Some of them have jobs. But anyway, and then they basically, they're like, we don't play with you anymore. And then they call Barbie a fascist.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, what?
I don't think they know what fascist means.
I don't think they do. This is a middle school. So I'm just like, how is Barbie a fascist?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
don't know about
Anyway,
all that.
and so Barbie's crying and she leaves. And then we see Ken leaving the library with a bunch of books about why men rule the world and patriarchy.
And horses.
And horses. And then some lady asks him, like, do you know the time? And he's like, you respect me.
she goes, sorry, no.
No.
Just, do you know the time?
What time is it? And he's like, why didn't Barbie tell me about patriarchy? And he's like, it's about men and horses ruling everything. And this lady's like, oh my God, who is this man? And then we see just like a little montage of Ken trying to go get a job. And he tries to be a doctor. He tries to just walk into a building and get a job. And the guy's like, he's like, but I'm a man. And the guy's like, yeah, but nowadays, that's actually bad. And then Ken's like, so their patriarchy's not working, or we don't do patriarchy anymore. And he's like, no, we do
we
it.
do it. We just do it really good at hiding it now.
We're really good at hiding it. He's like, oh, yes. And then he goes and tries to be a doctor. And then he goes to try and get a job.
He asks if he can do one appendectomy.
One appendectomy. And the lady's like, no, you can't. That's one thing I don't get, though, because I guess I kind of get it because Ken's an idiot. But, like, that's a female doctor who he's talking to, and then he acts like that shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
That he came from Barbieland, where all doctors are women.
But now he's learned about the patriarchy and how it's reversed here.
But then shouldn't this have been like, oh, men and women can be things here?
He's dumb.
He's dumb. He also has not talked to a single horse yet.
That's true.
And he never does.
No.
Anyway, so then he tries to go get a job talking to a lifeguard. And then he's just like, I need a job as like a lifeguard or whatever. And the guy's like, but you don't have any qualifications. And he's like, oh, I'm not trained to go over there. I'm trained to stand confidently right here. And the guy's like, but no one's in danger here. And he's like,
Even if they were, I'm not trying to save them.
and the guy's just like, no. And he's like, I can't even do beach here.
So stupid.
So stupid. So
love it.
He makes it back to the school, Ken does, and runs into the same lady as she's leaving with her kid to
He's
talk
like,
to her.
oh, there you are.
And she's like, oh my God, oh no. And he's just like, what does he say? Like, I need to start patriarchy fresh somewhere new because it's already fucked up here, basically. And then we see men go to take Barbie. Like the men from Mattel come because they found Barbie.
Yeah, black SUVs, black suits, and sunglasses.
Yeah, and then Barbie's like, I actually do need to talk to someone because like everything is jacked up here. Like everything's messed up, and I keep getting arrested.
Yeah, I need to talk to the woman in charge.
Yeah, and so Ken decides he's going to go back to Barbieland to tell the Kens what he's learned in the real world, and then we see Sasha, the little girl, get in the car with Gloria. If you haven't put this together, I don't know where you've been.
That car's sweet.
I want this car.
Dude, I know that this is a Chevrolet commercial.
It's such a great car. It's a great commercial.
It is working.
Yeah, it is.
That blue Chevy Blazer is
expensive,
so
though,
cool.
that car.
It's like 40 to 50. That's expensive for us.
For a Blazer, yeah, I wouldn't pay that. I wouldn't pay that.
It's also electric.
I wouldn't pay that.
Yeah.
I want a Honda. Actually, I want a Wrangler.
Yeah, you want a Jeep.
I don't have a job.
You ain't getting one.
I'm not getting one. Anyway, so basically, Sasha gets in the car and she's like, oh, good, they've come to take that crazy lady who thinks she's Barbie away. And then she's like, what did she say? Reality challenged.
Yeah.
And then Gloria is all like, what's she, Barbie? And then gets out of the car. And of course, the daughter's like, oh my God, you're embarrassing. Get in the car.
Yeah.
And then, so Barbie arrives at Mattel and basically says that she doesn't want to turn into weird Barbie. And so they come up with the solution, which is just to put her back in her box and everything will go back to normal. And then she's like, well, it's been a really long time since I've been in a box. And she kind of seems like it's dreamy that she wants to be in a box because it's been so long. And then she's like, well, we should probably wait till Ken gets here. And then they're like, Ken? They act like they've never heard of him. They just kind of look around. They're like, Ken? And she's like, Ken's here with me. And then there's like, Ken isn't something Mattel worries about ever.
Ever.
Ever. So then Barbie's like, okay, well, before I get in the box, I want to say hi to like the woman in charge. And then there are no women in charge. She's like, who's the CEO? And it's like Will Ferrell. And she's like, CFO?
White guy next to him.
Yeah. I don't know any
COO?
COO?
White guy next to him.
White guy next to him. And she's just like, so are there any women in charge? And then Will Ferrell's like, I know what you're getting at here. He's like, we had a woman CEO in the 90s, and there was another one at some other time. That's 2. And then he's like, women are the foundation of this very long phallic building. And he's basically like, I'm the son of a mother. Yeah. I'm the nephew of a woman aunt. All right. Cool beans, dude. So then Barbie goes to get in the box, and while they're like tight, I love the little tightening thingies, like the actual twisty things.
Twisty ties, yeah.
Yeah, to tie her into the box. And right at the last second, she's like, actually, before I get in the box,
she yanks her hands out.
She yanks her hands out, and she's like, which I'm surprised there wasn't one around her neck.
Me too.
But she's like, I need to go actually just make sure my hair is perfect before I get in, because it's been kind of a day. And then they're like, oh, okay, of course. And then they watch her, and she's like, where's the bathroom? And they're like, right down there. And then they just watch her as she takes off full sprint. And they're just like, wow, she must really need to go.
And she turns left.
And then they're like, get her. Like, it's such a delayed, like, let's go chase her. And then, so they all the men run out, including Aaron, who is now just in tow of all these executives.
Yeah.
And they get in an elevator all together, and Will Ferrell's the last one in, and he says, don't you dare push the button, let me push it.
Stupid.
It's so stupid, but I love it. And then we just get like this, like there's like a really long scene, I feel like, of them.
The chase.
How stupid they are about catching Barbie.
Really slapstick. This is the only part of the movie I don't like.
It is very slapstick.
It's really dumb.
But they just can't catch her, so she ends up in like a liminal.
They come face to face with her at one point.
Will Ferrell does, and he screams
And he
and
screams
runs away.
and runs the other way.
And then there's one
It's
part
so
where
dumb.
he says it'll be faster to go over the cubicles.
And he can't get over it.
And so they're lifting him up. Over.
You're laughing. It's so stupid.
So stupid. I love it. And Barbie ends up in like a liminal hallway and finds a door that opens that is just this big empty room, except for the end of it is
Yeah,
an
she
old
ends
lady
up-
on a kitchen.
Yeah, she ends up in the Matrix Revolutions. Do you remember that long ass hallway?
Yeah. And so the lady offers her tea, and then and I forgot to say this, they offer Barbie water upstairs, and she pours it on her face
On her
because
face.
she's like, I'm used to that being empty. So she gets offered tea, and then she drinks it like because she never has.
She's
She doesn't
scared
know what
of
to
that
do.
liquid, yeah.
And then the lady tells her like
Rhea Perlman.
that you look different, and then Barbie's like, I usually look perfect, but it's been kind of like a lot going on today.
Yeah.
And then Lay's like, no, I think you look just right. And then Barbie says something about like, your world just isn't what I thought it was. And then the old lady says, it never is, and isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
And then they hear like shouting in the hallway, and Rita Perlman is like, just go through the closet, they'll take you to the stairway. And she's just like, okay, and leaves. So then Barbie makes it outside, and this is another slapstick thing, because Barbie makes it outside, and Gloria has pulled up in her Chevy Blazer, and is like, get in. And then Barbie's like, oh my God, you're my girl. And then she gets in, but at the same time, all the men have made it to the little turnstiles, but none of them have their badges. So they're just standing at these like waist high, clearly move, like you could jump over it.
Yes.
I laughed
You did laugh.
because it makes me laugh. And then, so America shows up to give Barbie a ride. They jump in. They basically they realize pretty quickly that Barbie came for her. You know, because America tells her daughter, like, I just got really sad lately when you tried to get rid of the Barbies, and I've been playing with them again, and it got sad and weird. And since I couldn't be like Barbie, I think I started making Barbie like me instead. And then Barbie's like, oh! And then they both just get really excited that
I'm here for you.
they're
You're
here for
me.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the daughter, what's her face? Sasha is like, are you shining with a real Barbie? And she's like, no. I mean, maybe, I don't know. But she's like super excited about it. And then Barbie apologizes because she thought that the real world would be better. And then Sasha is like, women hate women, men hate women. It's the only thing we can all agree on, which makes me really sad, but it is accurate, unfortunately, in a lot of situations. So they're going to go to Barbieland, and the girls are basically just bonding on their way to Barbieland. Oh, there's like a huge car chase that I didn't write down because I don't really care.
No.
I didn't write it down. The only funny part is when her daughter asks her, where did you learn to drive like this? And she's like, oh, there was this guy. And her daughter's like, was it Dad? And she's like,
Yes,
yeah,
it was Dad.
it was Dad. But so basically the whole ride to Barbieland, they're talking about the difference between Barbieland and the real world, and how in Barbieland women rule everything, and they have a female president, and it's perfect, and like it's just this most amazing like utopia, you know. And they're just all excited about Barbie. And as they're going, like Gloria's talking about the different sets she had, and like, oh, I had this little outfit for my Barbie and stuff like that, or I always wanted this one. It's cute.
Yeah.
So the first clue that something is wrong is when they arrive in Barbieland, the Kens are playing volleyball and the Barbies are cheering. And then the president is bringing Ken's beer, which is weird.
Yeah.
And so,
Very.
and then like Barbie's talking to him, and she's like, oh, who's that? And she's like, that's the president. And the Supreme Court is cheerleading. Okay. And so she's just like, well, that's odd, but okay.
And the Hummer's there now.
And the Hummer, and then they pull up to her house.
Yeah.
And there's a Hummer there. And then on the way to the house, though, we see like a horse Mount Rushmore. They did that very quickly.
They did.
And so then I think it's funny because while they're pulling up to Barbie's house before they get there, Sasha asks, where do the Kens stay? And Barbie goes, I don't know.
Don't know.
That's so funny. She's just literally never thought about what Ken does.
Yeah.
Ever. So basically, Ken has ruined Barbie Dream House. Like, ruined it. So he's talking to his friends and he's like, everything in the real world elevates the existence of men. Eye roll. So accurate.
Right.
But anyway, so he named his house we basically see like a Hummer. He's wearing fur. There's televisions everywhere.
The front doors are saloon doors now.
There's saloon doors. There's a mini fridge full of brewskis.
Yeah.
And then he calls it Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa House.
John Cena's in the ocean now.
John Cena's in the ocean
Drinking
now with
beer.
Dua Lipa.
Yep.
And then Sasha says, you don't have to have dojo and house in the same sentence. And then Gloria's like, or casa. And he's like, yeah, but it sounds cool. And then they both start repeating
He
it.
goes,
Barbie's
try
like,
saying it, and they start saying it. Barbie's like, don't say it.
don't say it. And then basically, because of the rip in the portal or whatever, the Mojo Dojo Casa house is flying off the shelves in the real world, and Ken is flying off the shelves in the real world. He's already like made a hit movie of just Ken that's doing fantastically, and we'll get to it in a second. But then Ken is trying to get Barbie to brewski beer me. Brewski beer me. And she's like, I will never brewski beer you. And he's just like, okay. And then one of the Barbies is like, I just love turning my brain off and I just get to be an attractive centerpiece and all that stuff. Oh my God. It's like that lady in what movie was it?
Stepford Wives?
No, the lady, the one with the sushi who refused to move.
Rising Sun.
Rising Sun, because she was like, I'm tired of resetting this shit. I'm not moving. Anyway, and then one of the Barbies says, Alan likes to help me give all of the Ken's foot massages. And he's like, I don't like it. Actually, I don't.
He loves it. I don't.
And then Ken basically is explaining patriarchy to them, like what he did. And then Gloria is like, oh my gosh, it's like smallpox, because they had no defenses for for this. That's why they all got brainwashed and took it in.
Yeah.
And so then Ken says, like, this is kind of an emotional little scene, because he says that like she did this to him or something like that. And then he says that out there he was somebody. And he's like, when I walked down the street, I was respected for who I was. One lady even asked me for the time. And all the Kens are like, whoa.
Simulu's like, no way.
And he's like, if it weren't for degrees or qualifications, or technicalities, I would have ruled the world.
Yeah.
God. So we find out Ken is running for president, and Kens are getting Nobel Prizes for horses.
Hell yeah.
Just horse, pretty much. And that there is about to be a special election to change the Constitution to give Kens all the power. And so it'll be a government for Kens, of the Kens, and by the Kens. Barf. So, and now he's just like, and now every night is boys' night. And then Barbie like runs away crying because everything is ruined. And then he starts throwing all of her classic outfits out of her house.
Yeah.
Not the palazzos.
And he's naming them.
Yeah, and then it pauses
in
to show the outfit.
Show them like an ad.
Yeah, I like it. And then she's basically just kind of, at this point, Barbie is almost comatose. She doesn't know what to do. And then she's like, she's talking to Gloria and Sasha, and she's like, I never wanted anything to change. Like, I don't remember what she says. And then Gloria says, that's what life is. It's just change. And then she's like, well, I'm just going to sit here and hope that one of the more leadership focused Barbies figure this out, because I don't know what to do. And then we have like commercials in the real world of a depression Barbie. And then it's like anxiety, panic attacks, and OCD sold separately.
Yeah.
And it's like, she's going to sleep to Pride and Prejudice for the
BBC's Pride and Prejudice for the 7th time in a row.
Yep. And like,
they showed a clip of it, and that show looks boring as tits.
Yeah. Like eat an entire thing of Starburst, and now her jaw hurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad. But anyway, so then Sasha and Gloria are like, well, if you're not going to help yourself, then we can't help you. So they're just going to go home. Yeah. Like, we're just going to have to go back home because this is getting weird. So then Weird Barbie goes and gets Barbie and takes her to her house. And Sasha and Gloria are driving out of Barbieland, and Alan snuck into their car because he's tired of being here. He needs to leave. And then Gloria's like, well, we can't let you out because the last time a Barbie got out into the world, like everything changed. And he's like, the NSYNC is Alan's. No one cares if an Alan gets out. Literally no one.
Yes, even that one.
Yeah. And then he's like, once the Kens figure out how to build that wall sideways and not just up, I won't be able to leave. And then we see like, I don't know what, 30 Kens standing along. Just
it's probably like 8.
It's like, it's a 1 by 1, like one brick that they've just stacked up, and they're still stacking just straight
like
up on the side of the road.
30 feet tall.
And then Alan beats the shit out of a bunch of Kens.
He does.
But anyway, so then before they like leave, Sasha's like, but we need to go save Barbie because this is all fucked.
Yeah.
And she needs our help. And then right at the weird Barbie house, we have a bunch, like a couple of like the discontinued Barbies, it seems like, except for Midge. I don't know why Midge isn't here.
Yeah, we don't
Shouldn't
talk about
pregnant
Midge.
Midge have been here?
We don't talk about Midge.
But anyway, but the Barbies are trying to convince one of the Barbies who has a Nobel Prize that she's a Nobel Prize winner, and that why are you so obsessed with Ken, basically. And she's like, oh my God, I did win this and I want to dedicate it to Ken.
Yeah.
And then she starts talking about Ken, and there's like, and then Weird Barbie is just like, but why didn't the brainwashing work on you? Like stereotypical Barbie. And then Barbie says something about like, because I wasn't here, basically.
Yeah.
So then they hear talking outside because they hear Alan's voice, and Alan is Ken's best friend. So they think that the Kens are invading, and they go hide. But it's not Ken's. It's Gloria, Sasha, and Alan have come to help. And then Gloria starts talking. This is like probably the best scene in the movie of just the female experience, I think, in general. Yeah. But Barbie's talking about like, I'm just not pretty anymore.
And then Helen Mirren comes back and it's like, note to the filmmakers, Margot Robbie is the wrong person to cast if you want to make this point.
Yes, facts.
Facts.
Gorgeous. And then she's like, but I'm not stereotypical Barbie pretty.
Still wrong. But yes.
And then she says, I'm not smart enough to be interesting. I've never flown a plane. I've never done surgery. I'm not on the Supreme Court. So no, like what she say, no one on the Supreme Court is me, and I'm not good enough for anything. And then this is like the big set piece of the whole movie, I think, is this speech.
Yep.
And I didn't write it all down because it's really good and it always makes me cry.
Where the Oscar nomination came from.
Yeah. But it's basically America Ferrera's whole speech about like, it's impossible to be a woman, and you are so beautiful and so smart, and like, it's sad that you feel that way, you know, and you don't see how amazing you are. And then like her points are basically like, you have to be extraordinary, but you're always doing it wrong. You have to want to be a mother, but don't talk about your kids. You have to want to succeed, but don't push people out of the way. You have to be kind, but like all, you know, like basically all of the, what it's like, I don't know, it's just so accurate. Like you have to have money, but not ask for money. Because if you ask for it, it's crass. You have to be one of the girls, but always stand out. You have like all of the things that we have. You have to be, you can't be fat, but if you say you want to be thin, you have to say you want to be healthy, not thin, but you have to be thin. Yeah. It's all accurate. And then like you have to answer for men's bad behavior. Accurate. But anyway, and then you have to always be grateful. And then like you have to never get old, never be rude, and never be scared, and all these things. Like it's a fantastic speech. If you've never seen it, I would look it up.
It's a good speech.
It's accurate. All of it. Everything she says is accurate. And then she's like, I'm just so tired of watching myself and every other woman tie herself in knots so that people will like us. And then she says, and if all of that is true for a doll representing a woman, I don't know what we're going to do, basically.
She literally says, then I don't even know.
I don't even know. Yeah. And then Nobel Prize Barbie wakes up and is back. She's like, what the fuck? I have a Nobel Prize and I earned it and I wrote a book. And then she's like, I was in a dream where I was really invested in the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League.
Which is good.
Which is fantastic. It's a great dream. But she's like, this is bad. So then they basically figure out a plan, and Barbie says like giving voice to the cognitive dissonance took the power away from the patriarchy.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. So first off, the Barbies have to get the other Barbies away from the Kens so that Gloria can give them her speech and we can unbrainwash them. That's plan one. And then we get like just a montage of it happening. So first they grab the president, obviously. And so they grab her off the street because the Nobel Prize Barbie has to act stupid, like a damsel in distress, so that the Kens won't be able to resist helping her.
Yeah.
So she's just like, oh my God, Photoshop is just so complicated.
As he walks around that corner, he says the influence the Porsche 356 has had on the motoring world just cannot be overstated.
I don't even know what that means.
I do.
You do. You were like, it's
And I was
accurate.
like, bro, right? I was falling right into it.
And then he's like, well, you have to select the correct layer.
Yeah, and I was like, I know.
And then they grab.
Speaking of, I'm never going to get to go on that rant on this show ever again, but the Porsche 356 to fall into this stereotype for, would you give me like 10 seconds?
Go for it.
I got 10 seconds. The Porsche 356 won a bunch of races in the 50s and 60s by being the smallest car on the field because it was small, it was nimble, it could corner. It was against a bunch of other heavy, powerful cars, and it revitalized the entire automotive industry because they realized cars can be fun to drive if they're small. I'll leave it at that.
All right. So that's what we're doing. So they grab the president, and I don't remember what they say to her. Oh, you have to be his mommy, but not remind him of his mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she wakes up and she's just like, oh my God, what happened to me? So they keep doing that. And one of the best parts, though, is that they grab the president and they run off with her. And none of the Kens are noticing this when it's out in the open.
No. Because they're all distracting them, for one.
Yeah, but there's like
help.
a lot of Kens around that just are watching it happen. But Alan keeps trying to jump the fence, and they keep being like, Alan, go around. And he still tries.
Sometimes
anyway,
slapstick's funny.
it's quite funny. And then one of them, the president, they send her, because then as they're unbrainwashing them, they're sending them out to distract so they can grab more Barbies. Yeah. And so the president goes in and she's like, are you watching The Godfather?
The Godfather?
And then she's like, how about we start it over and you talk about it the whole time?
That I won't go on a rant
Yeah.
about.
But so they just keep saving Barbies, and one of them like wakes up and is like, I don't want to touch a foot. It's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
But I don't remember what all they say, but it's just like a lot of lines like that.
It's the funnest part of the movie.
It's the fun. It's great. And then the next part after that is to turn the Kens against each other after they've unbrainwashed all of the Barbies.
Correct.
So this is the next part that they do is they send Stereotypical Barbie to Ken's house, and basically she's sitting down with America Ferrera, Gloria, and is talking about like, well, what if he doesn't like me? And she's like, no, he clearly likes you. And she's like, but what if he doesn't like me anymore? And basically Gloria's like, he stole your fucking house. Who cares if he doesn't like you? Like, fuck that guy. Because she's like, well, I don't want to hurt him. And she's just like, he stole your house and he's trying to take over the government. And then she's like, true. Okay.
True.
So she goes to her house, the Mojo Dojo Casa house now, and basically tells Ken that she wants to be his, like, what's the line they keep singing? My long distance non-committal.
They say it differently every time, but
like
it's basically, it's not long distance. It's long-term, low commitment distance casual girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think every Ken says it wrong and every Barbie says it right.
Yeah.
The way I said it is the way Ken said it.
Okay. Yeah, I could never remember what they said, but basically she's like, can I be your whatever girlfriend? And he's like, well, let me think about it. And then he goes back into his house that it has no walls again. And it says, scream sublime. And then comes back in his acting. Because while she's talking to him, he keeps flexing his muscle.
Which
up
he
on
has.
He does have it. So he keeps flexing so she'll look at it. And then he's just like, I mean, maybe we'll talk about it. And then he says, come in, let me play guitar at you. Which always makes me laugh so freaking hard. Because that's what it feels like.
I don't do that to you.
I know you don't do that. But like, that's what it feels like when like, let me just sit here and watch me do something. And it's like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
I don't do that to you either.
No, but it just feels like, I guess because like anytime I've watched like a TV show or something and someone has a musical performance, I'm like, barf.
Beth did that in The Walking Dead.
I would
time.
leave. I would be like, I would rather be eaten than listen to you sing another fucking song. Original songs.
Aren't you a bard in Baldur's Gate?
I don't sing. I don't sing. But I do anytime Jacob
You're just playing the lute at people.
I play the lute at people, and if Jacob dares play his instrument when I'm not around, I will bomb the area.
Yeah, because you were working on a trophy.
Well, I already have it.
Yeah.
But now he keeps being like, I don't have it, so stop doing that. And I'm all like, I'm going to do it, though, because it's quite funny. We've gotten in several little, run away!
Oh.
Because you have to run from the police. Anyway, so then they're playing. It says 4 hours later. And Barbie has now changed clothes because
he's still playing "Push" by Matchbox 20.
Yes, and if I wanna push you around, well I will.
Great song, very abusive.
It's a fucked up song.
It is.
I wanna take you
push
down.
You down.
That's what he says. Well I will. Well I will. I wanna take you for granted.
Yeah, whole thing.
The whole fucking thing. And then so it's 4 hours later, and now they're on the beach, and he's still singing at her. Playing guitar at her while singing this one song.
Yep.
And then
it's the only one he's got.
What he does is we scan back and there's like a bunch of Kens singing at their Barbies. So what their plan is she gets a text on her phone and she's like acts like it's exciting and intriguing. And then he's like, who texted you? Who texted you? And then he grabs her phone and he's like, Ken! Because it's Shang-Chi Ken, obviously. So she's like, hang on, I'll be right back. And then she goes to hit on Shang-Chi Ken. And he's like, can I stare into your eyes while I sing it for 4 minutes? And she's like, that would be amazing. And then all the Barbies who are in this like little weird powwow are switching Kens to make the Kens jealous. So you have like some Kens with multiple Barbies and other Kens who are Barbieless all of a sudden. Yeah. So they plan this perfectly for the most controversy.
Yeah.
So the Kens are going to war, and then basically they're sitting in their Mojo Dojo Casa houses at night planning the war. And then one of the Kens is like, well, we're gonna have to call them something else because if you say Ken at 4 o'clock, how do I know you mean them and not me? And he's like, because we attack at 10 o'clock.
Stupid.
And so then we get the Ken song, obviously the I'm Just Ken. Fantastic song still to this day.
It goes on for a very long time. It's the entire music video, but I do love it.
I love this song
it's a good
so
song.
Freaking much. And so all the Kens are fighting. And while the Kens are fighting, the Barbies are voting on fixing their constitution. So lovely because they didn't show up to vote. So yay. But while that's happening, all of the executives have shown up because they finished their travel. And one of them actually gets shot. I don't know how, but one of them gets shot.
He's like, I got shot.
He's like, do they have real weapons here? He's like, no way.
He's like, it hurts.
He got shot. So then all the Kens are realizing, because one of the Kens during the song, if you've never heard it, all the Kens kind of make up that like we're Ken, you know?
Yeah.
I'm enough, you know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm great at doing stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all the Kens make up at the end of the song, and then they're going to one of the Kens like pops over Ken's shoulder and is like, weren't we supposed to vote today? And he's like, that was today. That was today. And so they show up at their houses that are no longer Mojo Dojo Casa houses. They're back to Barbie dream houses. And they realize that the Barbies have fixed it. Because didn't she say, what does the president say? She says the F word, but they bleep it.
Yeah, she says something, Barbie dream house motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then it puts a Mattel logo over in her mouth.
And so then all the Kens like link arms and they're like, what do we do? And then Ken runs away crying.
Because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know what to do. So he goes up to Barbie's room and cries. And Barbie's like, okay, well, let me go talk to him. And then while she's in there talking to him, she's like, can you sit up for a second? And I like it because she's like, it's okay to cry. And he's like, what does he say? Like, I'm a emotionally secure man and I know it's okay to cry or something like that.
I'm a newly liberated man.
Yeah, I know it's okay to cry. I know it's okay to cry. And so she apologizes to him because she says, I took you for granted because not every night had to be girls' night. And then he tries to kiss her and she's like, oh, no, I'm not implying that this is a relationship. And then Ken says, but I don't know who I am without you. And then she's like, but I mean, you're Ken. And he's like, but it's not just Ken. It's Barbie and Ken. Like Ken is nothing without Barbie. And she's like, but it could be like, and then he says like, without Barbie, there's no Ken. I think I already said that. And then he says, I only exist in the warmth of your gaze, and without it, I'm just a blonde guy who can't do flips.
He also at some point said that when he found out the patriarchy wasn't about horses, he lost interest anyway.
He lost interest. He didn't want to. So, and then Barbie says like, well, maybe it's time to just figure out who Ken is, you know, and maybe all the things you thought made you aren't really you.
This is why she should have got a nomination, man. As she's saying this, you can see her realize that she's saying it to herself.
Yeah. And then she's like, maybe it's Barbie and it's Ken.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Ken is me. And then they just start yelling, Ken is me.
Yeah.
All the Kens, because they're very excited.
He says something about how he can be his own man, and all the Barbies go, yeah. And he goes, I look cool. And the Barbies go, no.
But then
he goes, I look cool. And all the Kens are like, yeah.
Yeah, you do. You look cool, man.
You look so cool.
You look so cool. And then Will Ferrell comes out of one of the houses crying because he's like, all of the executives were in this teeny tiny house. And then the best part of this scene is that he sees pregnant Midge and then screams. He's like,
oh, Midge.
Oh, Midge. I thought we discontinued you. And then basically they're like, well, things could go back to the way they were. And then the president's like, but I don't think that they should go back to the way things were because no Barbie or Ken should be left in the shadows anymore, which is beautiful. Yeah. And then the Kens ask for a spot on the Supreme Court. And she's like, no, I cannot do that. Maybe like a lower circuit court. You could try that. And then they're like, yeah. And then the voiceover is like, well, one day the Kens might have as much power and influence in Barbieland as women do in the real world.
I love that line.
So, and then Gloria suggests to her boss, because she works at Mattel, obviously, that they should make an ordinary Barbie. And she's like, just a Barbie who's trying to get through the day and try to look cute and trying to keep it together. Maybe she's a mom, maybe she's not a mom. We don't, she's just a regular woman. And then he's like, that's a fucking stupid idea. And then one guy behind him is
money.
like, that's gonna make lots of money. He's like, awesome,
great idea. Love
ordinary it. Barbie. And then Sasha asks, what about Barbie? And then Will Ferrell's character is basically like, well, she has Ken. And then, but what's her ending? Because Barbie's like, I'm not in love with Ken, like, and I don't feel like I belong here anymore. And then she says, then Ruth shows up because we find out that the old lady from the kitchen is the ghost of Barbie's creator, who Will Ferrell says lives on like the 17th floor. Yeah. And then she's basically talking about how she doesn't belong here anymore. And then she says, I don't think I have an ending. And then Ruth says, but that was always the point. I created you so you wouldn't have an ending, which makes sense because where's the imagination if there's an ending for a kid, you know? Anyway, and then she says, I don't feel like Barbie anymore. And then Ruth's like, okay, come walk with me. And this is where we get like a really emotional scene because it's doing like the piano melody of...
What was I made for?
Yeah, what was I made for behind them. And then she's talking about maybe I'm not Barbie anymore. And then Ruth's like, but you understand that humans only have one ending. Ideas live forever and humans not so much. And being a human can be pretty uncomfortable. And then you're going to die. And then Barbie's like, yeah, but I want to be part of the people that make meaning, not the thing that's made. And I want to do the imagining, not be the idea. And then she asks Ruth, like, do I have your permission to become human? And then Ruth's like, you don't need my permission. Yeah. And then she says a line that I really love because she's like, we mothers stand still so our daughters can look back and see how far they made it. Aww. Which is just beautiful.
It is.
I love that. Yeah. And then we just see basically, because she's like, well, before you make the decision, I have to show you what life is. And it's just like, I'm going to cry. It's just a montage of like all these women, like real women, like playing with their kids, graduating from college, like swimming in pools. Like it's just all this joy, life happening.
Yeah, it's been playing the piano for like 2 minutes, and then as it starts to get into the montage is when Billy starts singing, and they perfectly time that musical climax.
Yeah. And then so it's just basically just
it's all footage life. Of the cruise moms.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is.
It's really beautiful. And then Barbie opens her eyes and then says that she wants it. She says yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we basically just get Barbie apparently lives with Gloria and Sasha and her husband.
Yeah.
Like they're a little family and they're dropping her off somewhere. And then she goes in by herself, and she goes by the name Barbara Handler now. And she's going to the gyno because she has a vagina.
Yeah.
So exciting.
And that was Barbie.
Yeah, that was Barbie.
That's the end.
I freaking love it.
I
It's
do
still
like
a
it.
beautiful movie.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
is.
fantastic movie.
Yeah, I think it has beautiful, poignant things to say about
It does.
being a woman and being a mother and being a human, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. I love this
awesome.
movie.
Yeah.
I stand by that. And
It lays it on pretty thick, but I think the message is important enough. That
I think it is because I think that there are a lot of people in this world who don't. Well, you can't if you're not a woman understand what it's like
Yeah.
to be a woman, and I think this does a pretty decent job, in my opinion. But that's me as a woman of showing
trying
a
to get
sample.
people to have some empathy. Yeah.
Yes, of the female experience in this world that we
Yeah.
live in.
Yeah,
So I love it.
I do too. It's touching
Very touching
and hilarious at the same time.
and hilarious. And you didn't want to go see it. Do you remember that?
No, I do not. I don't. Well, because we don't watch trailers, so I just thought it was a kid's toy movie.
Yeah, I saw
I
the
didn't
trailer.
know it was Greta Gerwig. I didn't know that it was going to have a powerful message. I thought it was a kid's movie.
I saw the trailer on like TikTok or something, and I was like, "Oh, that actually looks really funny." I think I saw like a little snippet of the beach scene was part of the trailer,
Yeah.
and I was like, "That's so funny. I want to go see this movie now." And then I'm glad we did
Me too.
because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Love it.
should have won the Oscar for everything.
Yeah. I don't know if it's better than Oppenheimer, but that's really apples to oranges.
That's like apples to a book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
apples to like a DVD. I don't know. It's not the same
Yeah.
type of movie
Yeah,
at
it's
all.
weird to pit them against each other.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's what the Oscars does, though.
yeah.
Here's a movie you really like. And here's this whatever weird poetry shit you have to watch.
No, Oppenheimer is good.
Oppenheimer
But-
is good, but
yeah, that's the only
that's
one I'm
usually
defending.
what happens.
Yeah.
All this weird ass poetry that you don't understand. No, I don't. I don't. I like La La Land.
Yeah.
I don't like the end of La La Land, but I do like La La Land.
Yeah. Same.
Same.
Actually, I do like the end of La La Land. But
You do.
Yeah.
You had a really good point when we were talking to our niece the other day.
Oh, yeah. We spent a bunch of time with her recently. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
She's cool.
She's awesome. All right. Are we done?
I'm done.
All right. So
Bye.
Bye. Deuces. So whose turn is it to pick?
You definitely picked Barbie, wasn't me. So
Okay.
I mean, I picked the movie, so you picked the. Oh no, that means you picked the actor.
Okay. Well,
Come on.
I'm just gonna be nice to you because I am impressed that you manipulated me all the way back to Ryan Gosling. So I'll pick Ryan Gosling.
Thank you.
You're spoiled for choice now.
I am spoiled for choice now, but that's easy. I'll owe you one, first of all. My 3 favorite Ryan Gosling movies. We've already covered 2 of them, the top 2.
Blade
Blade
Runner
Runner
and Barbie.
2049 and Barbie. My 3rd favorite is Drive, but JJ asked me months ago to recommend my favorite Ryan Gosling movie to him because I'm so obsessed with him. And I think that the full Ryan Gosling experience of why he's amazing and why I love
Notebook.
him so much, I haven't seen that,
It's not good.
is on display in Nice Guys.
Oh, I like Nice Guys.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's where I think anybody who doesn't know or love Ryan Gosling would fall in love with Ryan Gosling. So that's where I want to go.
Okay.
Which leaves Drive out probably for forever for this podcast, which is kind of sad, but
That's okay.
it's fine. Nice
We
Guys
can-
is amazing. So
We can do that in our off time.
yeah, we'll do an off the chain maybe.
No. I'm not taking extra notes for fun.
Okay, Nice Guys. Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling. I don't think that's on streaming, but I can look it up real quick. You want to talk about it for a second?
Nice Guys, 1985. Nice Guys,
Uh-huh.
1985. It came out in 2016.
Not available on streaming because
There you
nothing
go.
is.
Nothing is.
So go buy a DVD.
Go
for
buy.
once.
Just have a DVD player. Go buy stuff. Because then they can't take it from
That
you.
movie's great though. If you don't like it and you spend $3.99 on it, I will
No.
feel bad for you.
He will feel bad for you. That's the end of that. Absolutely not.
Sorry. Sucks to suck. I don't
Sucks
know.
to suck, man. If you didn't like it, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
So let's do Nice Guys.
All right. Sounds good. So that's a wrap for this week's episode. Thanks for joining us. If you like the show, leave a review, follow the chain, and join us next week as we link from Barbie to Nice Guys. Bye.
See ya.
Next week on Chain Link Theater.
It's my husband. He's gone missing.
Missing?
I'm terribly worried. It's just Fred's never been gone this long before.
How long has he been missing?
Since the funeral.
Well, I can start right away.